Last time we talked about blocking, turning these notes, these groups of fast notes into chords. So instead of playing them really fast, we played them as chords to get used to the shape of them and their finger and the fingerings that we should use for them. Okay? Today we're going to talk about how to turn those chords into fast notes again. The key we're going to use today, so this is the second tool I'd put in your toolbox, is small groups. Okay, now your groups can be as small as you need them to be, or as large as you can handle, but generally speaking, the smaller the better when you're trying to build speed. If you can play a rolled chord, we're in B flat major, so if you can do that just as a rolled chord, you can play as fast as I can. Okay? It's that simple. You have to have a good foundation for how your hands and arms and shoulders and how your body moves to play the piano well. It's not an isolation thing. It's not this motion. There's a lot of arm rotation, and maybe I'll do a video on that specifically at some point. But particularly for building speed, what we're going to talk about is taking those blocks apart to build small groups so that you can play very small groups from the very beginning of your practice at full tempo, or really likely beyond full tempo, and then how to string those together to build the whole piece at full tempo. So still using the Bach Prelude number 21, B flat major. Last time we practiced it this way. Okay. This time what we're going to do, we'll just take the very first chord. Okay, so this one. We've just practiced it as a chord, so we're going to practice it as a rolled chord. Okay, notice there's a rotary movement of my forearm to do that. I'm not strengthening my 5 finger, because that's ridiculous. It's a rotary movement. Okay, so it's a rotary movement back and forth because I got to get back to that F. Okay, that's 4 notes. If you can do that, you can do the whole piece. Now let's do 5 notes so we can end where the next small group will pick up. Okay, so it's just the A that the left hand plays. Okay, perfectly simple. It's almost childishly simple, isn't it? So let's do just that first small group. So I do that for a minute, and then I do the next one. The same way. So I'm practicing, and if that's hard at first, which it might be, cut it from, in the right hand you've got 3 notes, so cut it from 3 notes to 2 notes. So just do the 2 going up, and then the 2 going down. And then finally, string the 3 together. Okay? Perfectly simple. Now, you'll do each of these groups, starting one, or ending one where the next one starts. Well, that one wasn't very good, so let's do that again. Or, let's see, I got ahead of myself. Okay, and work your way through your section that way. Then, this is where your metronome comes back in. Set a nice, slow tempo to do the whole thing, because you've done tiny groups at full tempo. Okay, each of those little things is way beyond full tempo. So I'll set a metronome as a nice, slow, easy, margin, comfort, whatever word you want to use for it. And practice this, recreating and noticing those same rotary movements. So when I'm playing this slow, I'm kind of exaggerating the movement to demonstrate here, but the movement becomes smaller and smaller the faster I get. When you can do very small groups, you can make your groups a little larger. Maybe you do 2 chords. And I like to lift. What I'm doing there is not just showing, it's not just showing off, it's a very deliberate thing. I'm dropping the tension out of my shoulders. Each of those is a release of tension from my forearm all the way down to my fingers, so that when I start the next one, it's as if it's the first notes I've played on the piano. Okay? So you practice in very, very small groups to get used to this idea of playing very quickly. And then you sort of start to string those together. But coupled with that, you do plenty of slow practice. So that's the next tool for your toolbox on how to build speed. Hope you found that useful. Good luck with all your pieces. And if you need help applying any of those techniques to the pieces you're studying, leave a comment down below. I'd be glad to engage and talk with you about it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.